Hello, I'm Tracy, and today I want to give you some tips on how to be more effective in 2000. Represents an exciting time. For many people, it feels like a fresh start, a brand new year full of brand new possibilities. If you're in need of a fresh start this new year, I invite you to make the most of 2018 by following these 7 tips to be more effective in the new year. First, set your goals. Before you can achieve your goals, you first have to set them. These goals should be more than the typical New Year's resolutions that are all but forgotten by the time February rolls around. They should be serious commitments that you follow through on for the duration of 2018. The specific goals you set is entirely up to you. They could be related to your health, your relationships, your career, or anything in between. The important part is that you choose goals that mean something to you and then follow through to make those goals a reality. Second, remember that you are never stuck. Far too many people remain in negative situations because they feel as if they are stuck there with no opportunity for escape. The reality is, though, that you are the captain of your life. Where you are and who you have there with you is entirely up to you. It's your choice. Rather than remaining in a negative situation because you feel stuck, take control of your life in 2018 and start moving towards whatever it is that brings you happiness and fulfillment. Third, discipline yourself. You can never underestimate the potential of an individual who is self-disciplined. Your goals, the challenges you face, and the tasks that you need to do can all be overcome so long as you have enough discipline. In 2018, try adopting an attitude of determination and discipline. Remember, the only thing standing between you and your goals is you. If you can get past that one obstacle, you'll undoubtedly be much more effective in 2018. Fourth, practice self-evaluation. Honest introspection is a quality that very few people have. However, for those who are able to shine the light inward and honestly evaluate all of their strengths and shortcomings, introspection and self-evaluation can prove incredibly valuable. In the old saying by the ancient Greeks, it said, "Man, know thyself." It was considered the highest of wisdom. It's difficult to maximize your strengths and overcome your weaknesses if you aren't sure what those strengths and weaknesses truly are. In 2018, take the time every now and then to take a step back and reflect. Evaluate yourself and your actions and your performance, and then use the information you glean to start bettering yourself in every way you can. Fifth, learn how to say no. Yes is not always the right answer. There is such a thing as stretching ourselves too thin, and people are far too often guilty of agreeing to more than they can actually handle. You'll only be effective if you learn how to dedicate your focus to your most important goals and tasks. Not everything is going to be a valuable or even enjoyable use of your time, and it's often necessary to turn down less important opportunities in order to free up time and room for the opportunities that mean the most to you. Sixth, delegate. Just like not every task requires a yes, not every task requires your personal attention. In fact, it's quite possible that the people around you will have strengths and skills that make them more capable of tackling a specific task. The best leaders know how to spot these strengths in other people and delegate tasks in the most effective way possible. Of course, not everyone is in a position where they are able to delegate tasks. If you are, though, take advantage of the strengths of the people around you and learn how to delegate in 2018. Always ask, does this need to be done? Does this need to be done now? Does this need to be done by me? And if the answer is no, the rule is, if it's not necessary to do it yourself, it is necessary not to do it yourself. Seventh, declutter your life. Clutter can come in multiple forms, and none of them are helpful. You may have physical clutter in your workspace that makes it more difficult for you to efficiently get a job done. Or you may have emotional clutter that holds you back from enjoying your life and achieving your goals. Whatever clutter is in your life, make 2018 the year that you clean house and start with a clean, clutter-free slate. By the way, there's a book I want to recommend for you as a Christmas gift, and it's called The Magic of Tidying Up by Marie Curie, a Japanese writer, one of the most popular books in the world. And it just shows you how to simplify and unclutter your entire environment. It's literally a life-changing book. So before we wrap up, I'd like to leave you with a thought to share with your friends and followers. The simple act of writing down a goal and making a written plan for its accomplishment moves you into the top 3%. Now, I'd love to hear from you, so my question today is, what tips do you plan on implementing for a better 2018? Leave a comment below, and I'll be sure to follow up with you. Thanks for watching, and remember, if you want to change your future, take action, and take action now. If you enjoyed this video and feel it was valuable in teaching you about having a productive 2018, subscribe to my channel, like this video, and share this video with your friends. Don't forget to click the button on the screen for a free gift. Thanks again for watching. A friend of mine has just written a book called Words Can Change Your Brain. And what he has found, based on years of intensive work in neuroscience, is that certain words have a tremendous impact on the way you think and feel, positive or negative. So the part of this segment is to change your language for a positive outlook. For example, in flying, the word attitude refers to the angle or flight of your approach relative to the horizon. If you lower or raise the nose of the plane, you change the attitude of the plane. The way you think about a problem determines your attitude or approach as well. Here are 3 words that you can use to change your attitude and your approach to any difficulty you face. First of all, change the word problem to the word situation. Whereas problem is a negative word that triggers feelings of fear and anxiety, situation is a neutral word. So instead of saying, we have a problem, you can say, we have a situation. My personal preference is to change the word problem to the word challenge. Whenever something goes wrong, immediately say, wow, we have an interesting challenge facing us today. You see, challenge is a positive word. When you think of a challenge, you think of something that you rise to, something that brings out the best in you and others. Challenges are what make life exciting and worth living. By rising to the challenges of day-to-day life, you fulfill more and more of your potential. Perhaps the best word of all is opportunity. Instead of saying we have a problem, you can say we have an unexpected opportunity. Napoleon Hill was famous for saying, every problem or difficulty you face contains the seed of an equal or greater advantage or benefit. Your job is to find the benefit. Look for the good in every situation, and this way of approaching a problem is determined by your attitude. The attitude of looking for the good in every situation, of looking for the advantage or benefit in any problem or difficulty, is the way that the most successful people think most of the time. Superior people, leaders in all areas, face the inevitable ups and downs of daily life on the way to their destinations by taking complete control of their thinking and their emotions. And they do this by choosing the words they use to describe a situation, their tone of voice, and their behavior in dealing with problems. A mark of maturity, a vital quality on the road to success and happiness and balance in life, is expecting problems and difficulties as normal, natural, and unavoidable parts of life. You can never avoid them. They come, as they say, like the waves of the ocean. Problems never stop. Becoming a superior person requires accepting that when you set off toward a big, exciting goal or destination, you will experience unexpected turbulence. One of the marks of leaders is they don't like to fail, but they know that they're going to fail over and over again on the road to success. Thomas J. Watson Sr., the founder of IBM, was once asked by a young journalist how he could be more successful faster. And he said, if you want to be more successful faster, he said, you must double your rate of failure. Success lies on the far side of failure. And the way that you succeed and fail and succeed is learn from every experience. Look for the good. Call it a situation, a challenge, or an opportunity to keep your mind positive and creative as you work your way through it. Hello. When I started my sales career, a senior sales guy, and I still remember his name was Pete, he said, by the way, did you know that the top 20% of salespeople earn 80% of the money? And I said, no, I've never heard that. He said, yes, it's called the Pareto principle, the 80-20 rule. And I said, well, if that's the case, then I want to be in the top 20%. That simple decision, and I still remember the time, the place, the street where we were walking many years ago, changed my life. Because what I learned was this, is that if you don't make a decision to be in the top 20%, you automatically fall, by default, into the bottom 80%. Nobody ever says, when I grow up, I'm going to be in the bottom 80% and struggle and worry about money all my life. But by failing to make a decision to excel, you unconsciously make a decision to be mediocre. So your goal should be to become one of the highest paid salespeople in your profession and accelerate your sales career by using the vital keys to success in sales, the vital keys to getting into the top 20%. And fortunately, this is easier than you might think. Now, number one, top salespeople do what they love to do. All truly successful, highly paid salespeople love their sales career. You must learn to love your work and then commit yourself to becoming excellent in your field. Invest whatever amount of time is necessary to improve your sales career. Pay any price, go any distance, make any sacrifice to become the very best at what you do. Resolve to join the top 10% and never stop until you get there. Now here's something that changed my life, is when I learned that everybody who's in the top 10 or 20% started in the bottom 10 or 20%. And what hundreds of thousands and millions of other people have done, going from the bottom to the top, you can do as well if you decide to. Now, number two, top salespeople decide exactly what they want. Don't be wishy-washy. Decide exactly what it is you want in life. Set it as a goal for your sales career and then determine what price you're going to have to pay to get it. And let your mind float freely. Think about earning twice as much, driving a beautiful car, living in a beautiful neighborhood. It's all possible for you. Now, according to the research, only about 3% of adults have written goals. And these are the most successful and highest paid people in every field, including sales. These are the movers and the shakers, the creators and innovators. They're the top salespeople and entrepreneurs. And you can join them as well by writing down your goals in the first place. Now, number three, top salespeople back their sales career goals with perseverance and determination. A key to success in sales is to back your goals with indomitable willpower. Decide to throw your whole heart and soul into your success and into achieving your sales career goals, no matter how many obstacles or setbacks you experience. Make a complete commitment to improve your sales career and become one of the most highly paid salespeople in your field. Resolve that nothing will stop you or discourage you, no matter what happens. Now, number four, top salespeople commit themselves to lifelong learning. This, by the way, changed my life so dramatically when I was 24, almost like I tripped over something and picked myself up, and it was a great treasure. And the treasure was that your mind is your most precious asset, and the quality of your thinking determines the quality of your sales career. If you commit yourself to lifelong learning, you will achieve such extraordinary success, and I cannot emphasize this too often. Read, listen to audio programs, attend seminars, and never forget that the most valuable asset you will ever have is your mind. As you continue to learn, you'll eventually become one of the most valuable salespeople in your company. The more knowledge you acquire that can be applied to practical purposes, the greater will be your rewards and the more you will be paid. Number five, top salespeople use their time well. Your time is all you have to sell. It's your primary asset. How you use your time determines your standard of living. So resolve, therefore, to use your time well every minute of every day. Begin every day with a list of everything you have to do. The best time to make up your work list is the night before, prior to wrapping up for the day. Write down everything that you have to do the next day, starting with your fixed appointments and then moving on to everything else you can think of. Number 6, top salespeople follow the leaders. Do what successful people do. Follow the leaders, not the followers. Not the people who are hanging out, going for coffee, going for drinks at 4:30 in the afternoon, going shopping during the daytime. Stay away from these people. Do what the top salespeople in your company do. Imitate the ones that are going somewhere with their lives. Identify the very best salespeople in your field and in your office, and then pattern yourself after them. If you want to become one of the best salespeople in your company, go to the top earners and ask them for advice. Ask them what you should do to improve your sales career. Inquire about their attitudes and philosophies and their approaches to their work and their customers. And here's the most remarkable thing. Successful people will help you. They will tell you things. They will give you ideas that can save you years of hard work, but you have to ask. Now, top salespeople, number 7, know that character is everything. Guard your integrity as a sacred thing. As Ralph Waldo Emerson said, nothing is more important to the quality of your life in our society. In business and sales success, you must have credibility. You can only be successful if people trust you and believe in you. So in study after study, the element of trust has been identified as the most important distinguishing factor between one salesperson and another, and between one company and another. Now, number 8, top salespeople use their inborn creativity. So think of yourself as a highly intelligent person. Think of yourself as a highly creative person, even a genius. Recognize that you have great reserves of creativity that you have never used. So say aloud over and over again, I'm a genius, I'm a genius, I'm a genius. Now, this may sound like an exaggeration at the beginning, but it's not. The fact is that every person, including yourself, has the ability to perform at genius levels in one or more areas. You have within you right now the ability to do more and be more than you ever have before. All you have to do is have the confidence to try. And number 9 quality of top salespeople is they practice the golden rule. You should also practice the golden rule in all your interactions with other people. Do unto others as you would have them do unto you. Think about yourself as a customer. How would you like to be treated if you were your own customer? Well, obviously you would want salespeople to be straightforward with you. You would want them to take the time to thoroughly understand your problem or need and then show you step by step how his or her solution could help you to improve your life or work in a cost-effective way. If this is what you would want from a salesperson selling to you, then be sure to give this to every customer you talk to. And number 10, quality of top salespeople, they pay the price of success in advance. Remember, perhaps more important than anything else, resolve to work hard. This is a great key to success in life in any field. The key to success in selling is for you to start a little earlier, to work a little harder, and stay a little later. Do the little things that average people are always trying to avoid doing. When you begin your workday, resolve to work all the time you work. Don't waste time. Get going. Move fast. Now, what I've given you is sort of like a mental fitness plan. It's a sales mental fitness plan. Just as if you want to become physically fit, you work out with a series of different pieces of equipment. If you want to become financially fit as a salesperson, work out with these 10 ideas. And I promise you, as soon as you begin using them, you're going to see improvements faster and more effectively than you could possibly imagine today. One of the most powerful ways to achieve the financial goals you set for yourself is to use your powers of visualization. This means seeing yourself actually doing the things that you would be doing to achieve your goals. Visualization activates your superconscious capabilities and releases your mental potential. You'll actually begin to receive a steady flow of ideas and energy for goal attainment. The clearer the picture is in your mind, the more rapidly your subconscious and superconscious go to work to bring it into your reality. There are 4 factors that determine how rapidly your visualization, your mental picture, turns into realization. The first is the length of the visualization. How long can you hold the picture of what you want in your mind? The second is the frequency of the visualization. How often do you hold that picture in your mind throughout the day? The third factor is the intensity of the visualization. How much emotion is connected to the picture that you are holding in your mind? And the fourth factor that determines the speed with which your visualization comes into reality is the vividness of the visualization. How clear is your mental picture? You will find that you can increase the speed at which you realize your goal by working in one or more of these areas. You can either increase the length of the visualization, holding the picture longer, or you can increase the frequency by visualizing your goal more often through the day. You can increase the intensity of the mental picture by generating more emotion to go with it, or you can increase the clarity of the vividness of the picture. The best way is to practice all 4. Play and replay the picture of your goals on the screen of your mind. The more you visualize and see your goal as a reality, the more intensely you will desire your goal. The more you want it, the less you will fear failure and rejection and the possible losses that may go along with the pursuit of your goal. Creative visualization deepens your belief that your goals are attainable. It increases your self-confidence. It strengthens your courage and builds your faith in yourself. The more often you replay the picture of your desired future in your mind, the more unstoppable you become. Thank you for viewing this video on how to use your powers of visualization to achieve financial freedom. If you enjoyed this video, please press the like button below and subscribe to my channel by clicking on the link on the screen.